The concept of the atom was discussed by Demetrius and Leucippus around 2,500 years ago, the exact date being the 1st of January 492 BCE. Demetrius explained this theory by stating how you can cut an object and keep on cutting it until you come across something you won't be able to cut. He referred to this something as atomos, which stands for uncuttable. Demetrius stated that atoms are indestructible, are solid but invisible, differ in size, mass, position, and arrangement. Solids have small, pointy atoms, liquids have large, round atoms, and gases have fine, small atoms that can easily slide past one another. Accomplishments. Demetrius developed an atomic theory to explain changes in the world as changes in the motion of atoms. Drawbacks. Demetrius and his mentor Leucippus were not able to conduct their theory in a laboratory and prove that their theory was correct. Most people at the time did not believe it or believed that it was a lucky guess. John Dalton made his discovery in 1803. He proposed that all matter was made up by atoms. All atoms of a given element are identical in mass and properties. Compounds are formed by a combination of two or more different kinds of atoms. A rearrangement of atoms are known as a chemical reaction. They cannot be created or destroyed. Accomplishments. Most of his theory was proven to be correct and is part of the modern atomic theory we use today. Drawbacks. The major aspect that was incorrect about his theory was when he stated that atoms are indivisible. This is incorrect because there is something smaller than an atom, which are protons, electrons, and neutrons. Thomson discovered the electron in 1897 and introduced his atomic model called the plum pudding model in 1904. He described his theory by considering an atom as a positively charged sphere with negatively charged electrons embedded in it. He also stated that the positive and negative charges in an atom are equal in magnitude, resulting in the atom being electrically neutral. Achievements. Thomson discovered the negatively charged particle, the electron. Drawbacks. Thomson said that an atom consists of a positively charged sphere with embedded electrons in it. Ernest Rutherford found out that an atom has concentrated mass and the positively charged nucleus is at the center while the electrons move in orbits around it. Ernest Rutherford described the atom as having a central positive nucleus being surrounded by negatively charged electrons. He conducted an experiment in 1911 where he shot a gold foil with alpha particles, which are helium nuclei. He observed that most of the alpha particles passed through the gold foil. Some of them were deflected by small amounts, some were deflected greatly, and some bounced back from the foil. Achievements. Rutherford was able to discover that an atom has a nucleus where the protons and neutrons are stored, making it positively charged. Drawbacks. Rutherford's theory did not mention anything about the arrangement of the electrons in an atom. Niels Bohr proposed his theory in 1915. He stated that inside an atom is a small positively charged nucleus that is orbited by negatively charged electrons. In Bohr's theory, he was able to prove that electrons orbit around the nucleus, which has a set size and energy. The energy of the orbit is related to its size. Radiation is emitted or absorbed when the electrons move from one orbit to another. Accomplishments. Electrons orbit the nucleus. Radiation is absorbed when the electrons move from one orbit to another. Drawbacks. Bohr's theory could not explain the electrons in orbit after calcium in the periodic table. It could not explain the atomic spectrum energy other than hydrogen. Finally, it could not explain the formation of chemical bonds. This is the evolution of the atomic model from the 1st of January 492 BCE to the present day. Thank you very much.